Oh, hi there, and welcome. All right, here's what we're gonna do today. My lovely soulmate and partner, Miss Ari Zabriskie Scheper, is filming right now, and she's doing this in a way. We're gonna try a little experiment here. We're gonna try an experiment where I'm not just holding the camera and shaking over it. I've got some complaints in the comments that you're trying to pay attention and you felt like you're going sick. Holy crap! One second. We got a lot going on here. Is that cool? Snooze this? Okay. Anyways, we're gonna keep rolling. So what I'm gonna talk about today in this video is, she's laughing back there, is actually the process of not just laying out your your thoughts and your systems and your outlines. She's laughing at me because I'm such a huge freaking nerd and nerd out over freaking note cards and thinking systems that are physical in form. So what I've already shown you is how to do some reading, stuff like that, and lay out your thoughts in your own Antinet, your own Zettelkasten, right? Your analog Zettelkasten. What I'm going to show you now is how to actually take this and organize it and lay it out, and then use it to write a paper and turn it into an actual published work, published output. So what you're looking at right here is a section that I pulled out that is essentially, it started from this. What is an Antinet? So what I did is I pulled out in my Antinet section 4214/0 and all of these cards, right? That I went through my system, my index, and said, okay, how can I actually form a little section, a chapter on what is an Antinet? And then I pulled out all of these cards. I laid out all of these cards, and then what I did was I then went by idea, chunk by chunk, and then laid it out into a category that made sense. And this is significant and important because all of these ideas and all of these thoughts, they stem from reading. And this stems from over the past 8 months of my freaking life, going through books. And just pan the camera down there, they can see some of my research and reading in these books. So it's going through these books and writing down ideas and thoughts that come to me. And for instance, this is a thought, and then it has the reference to where it came from, a book called From Kahana and what page number, all of that stuff. So now that I've laid this all out, all I do to write the actual book and what I've been doing is I swing over here, and it's pretty simple. I put the card right here, and then up here, what you're looking at, this is an app called Ulysses. And finally, I found a really good writing app that I like. I've tried Scrivener, I've tried Obsidian, I've tried just a bunch of things. They all had their shortcomings and weaknesses, and this one, Ulysses, is the best. Now, I've only written for 4 days, and what's insane is how fast the power of Nicholas Luhmann's Antinet, which is founded on 4 principles, which I'll talk about, actually essentially compounds and allows you to just spit out content, what Johannes Schmidt called a publication machine. So I then write, and look I've got 14,000 words in 4 days. It's insane. All of them are referenced, okay? And you'll see, we'll go on for another minute because my lovely soulmate and partner has a class she's got to teach because she's a genius and she's getting her doctorate right now. Anyways, I'll stop going off script here the best president we've ever had, aka Donald Trump, used to go off script. All right, I'm gonna get slapped by her right now. So anyways, what I do is I take the cards, these sections, I put them down and I just start writing. So I'm gonna show you real quick. So this is a section that I thought would come great right after the section I'm currently working on, which is why an Antinet is not a memory system. So this is why the Antinet is a thinking tool and not a memory tool. So this came from when you write by hand, you think on paper. You write down all of your thoughts on paper. And all of this stuff, this is a developed thought. And then it gets developed even more and more as you read more, and other cards stack behind it in this system. So I'm just gonna write down real quick. Okay, so a key reason for why the Antinet Zettelkasten is not a memory tool, but a thinking tool. I'm typing really fast because I want to be fast. Center is on, ... and you get it. So you write it, but when you're writing this, you're kind of rereading it and re-understanding it, and then you get to reformat it and rewrite it for the reader, and really think different and synthesize all this stuff together. So you're going through this like phase of developing your thought, letting that thought evolve in the Antinet, letting that research then be formed to every single one and piece of your thought. And then you're laying out the thoughts like Lego pieces, and then you get to rewrite it in a more clarified, concise manner. And then you get to edit all of this stuff to make it even more concise and beautiful. And you can see how like this genius level work and the genius level output kind of compounds over time, just from this simple practice, simple process. And this all stems from and comes from one thing. This simple freaking system, simple, but it really is. It's rudimentary, very simple, like the laws of physics and atoms. It's founded on a very simple concept, and which is note cards. And I've just not seen this in any of the digital Zettelkasten apps out there. Like I see you go on and I've spent, wasted, you could say. I wouldn't say wasted, but I've spent 4 months going through the whole Obsidian workflow, digital workflow warriors, hotkey junkies, and all of that stuff that the Obsidian fanboys do when they create, templates and all of that stuff, right? All they're doing is just creating more work, and that really doesn't get evolved and evolve the thoughts. There's a magic and incommunicable truth that happens when you actually implement Niklas Luhmann's Zettelkasten, the Antinet, and the 4 principles that he taught. And the 4 principles he founded and built his Zettelkasten on, which are found in his paper, is number 1, an analog system built out of pen, paper, and he called it wooden boxes. His was built out of wooden boxes. The second one is numeric alpha addresses, which are these things in the corner. The third thing is the T, which stands for a tree-like structure, how these things can branch and form trees. And the fourth thing, the last thing, is the index. And my index is right here. This index allows you to, behind a beautiful mask, actually look up and find stuff in your Antinet. ANTI, analog, numeric alpha, tree, index. That's what the anti stands for in Antinet. All of this stuff is a network. Anyway, what I've written in the past 4 days is 14,000 words. That's a crap load. The average novel has maybe like 70,000 words. This thing is going to be a Bible. Don't worry, I'm going to consolidate it and make it beautiful for all of you guys. But this is behind the scenes of what I'm working on. This is what's happening. I look forward to making more videos like this, and hopefully I won't be as rushed in the future. But leave a comment below in the comments and tell me one thing. Actually, tell me 2 things. First off, and most importantly, tell me if you like my hat. I got this in Ireland, and I think I'm going to rock this as my new look. The second thing I want you to tell me is if you liked the format of this video, if it was helpful, or if you like more of the videos of me just holding my notes or my phone over my notes and showing it to you in detail. Anyway, thank you so much, and thank you, Ari Zabriskie Scheper, my soul wife and best friend, for filming this. Peace and love, y'all, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye now.